Welcome to the Astro Imaging Journey channel. Please enjoy the episode. All right, and welcome back to the channel. So, as you can see, I already got some framing and stuff done. So just wanted to do a quick recap. Tons of other videos out there, showing you how to do framing. So I didn't want to do a step-by-step on that because it's my first attempt and I didn't want anybody getting the wrong idea. Or wrong ideas. So as you can see here, I've got several cross members. I've just got two 1.5 by 1/8 angle aluminum that stretches from roughly 7 feet or so, about 88 inches back here. To the front bench, and then in between there I put a couple cross members, and then everywhere where there's a rib, like right here, there's a support column on either side. Same with here, and as you can see here, I've got this one doubled up where this one is single. The reason being is this right here is going to be where one of the seats is going to be. One of the hatches will be right here, and then the hatch for the batteries will be right here. So the hatch will need to sit on this one, and then I doubled up this one and this one so that the hatch would have plenty of real estate to sit on top of, and I'm not worried about only having 1/2 inch or 3/4 of an inch contact. So I doubled it up, and so I would have more wiggle room for support on my hatches. And then this one here, I've only got a single pillar going down here because we're so close to the front, and we're anchored on we will be anchored on the front as well. And then I've got one cross member here that's attached to the front bench that this also will ultimately attach to and supply a little bit of structure. Now, if you listen, you can hear it's a little loose right now. As you can see here, I'm lifting it up. I've got that. I don't have it tacked down simply because there would be no easy way for me to get the correct dimension or the correct positioning for this hatch up here. This hatch where the batteries are going to be, I'd be able to reach underneath, trace this out, and I'll be good, but I wouldn't be able to do that one. So instead, when I built this, on this cross member here and that cross member there, I have a couple pieces of angle going here that I will be using to attach my bottom floor here to, and then be building up a couple walls on. So I used a C-clamp down here that essentially clamps this support beam or support post here to the angle member here, down here, and then that prevented the front from moving. That gave me my starting point to work towards the bow. And then all I have to do now is take these C-clamps off. I can lift this all off in one piece and put it onto my deck upside down and easily trace out where my hatches are going to be. And we'll go over that here in a minute. So probably can't see it in the video. I'll try to post a couple of pictures here as well. I did put 2 batteries here. I thought about one, but The two closest lakes to me are electric only, and that's where the wife and I do the majority of our fishing. So because they are relatively close, half hour, 45 minutes away. So in those cases, I'd be able to either, if I have the trolling motor mounted on the bow, or I can put it back here onto the stern, then either way, I've got two batteries, one as a backup, one as the primary. This one right here is currently, I think it's got a dead cell. I did a test on it. I can only get 458 co-cranking amps on the tester. Should be 800. I've tried reconditioning it a couple times, and it's just not improving. So I think that one's bad. This one is a 24 series. That's a 27 series. This one's good, but I do want to have two 27s in here. So the bases that I got are for 27s, and what I did to secure those down is I took some 1/16 inch strips, cut them down, put them between the ribs, riveted them in after I attached the base plate for the battery, and then attached them to the ribs and put a little extra insulation in there as well to lift it just a little bit and give it a little bit extra support. The next thing I still need to attach two more pieces over here. I've got two 6-foot by 1.5 by 1/8 that I will be putting onto the side here and over there to add a little extra stability over here for the deck, especially in the area like right up here where the battery's going to be, where the hatch there and then the hatch here. So just wanted to give a little extra stability out here on the side. I did test earlier, which I'll go over here in a second, and there, it doesn't flex or anything, so I'm pretty good with the way it is. It's just I wanted that extra little peace of mind, especially since more than likely Tina will be up here on the front and I'll be in the rear, and I want her to feel safe more than myself. So, there's that. Anyways, so yeah, everything has been riveted down. It's pretty well solid. I did get the shape of the top deck cut out, laid in here earlier, climbed in the boat, stood on it. It did great. The only flex was over there where the support post is just 1/8 of an inch up from the rib, which I will be compensating for when I mount it to the rib, or finally secure it down to the rib. But if you're curious as to how I came up with the pattern for the front deck, as you can see, it's over there on the sawhorses, already flipped over, ready for me to put this on there, is I got this 8-foot piece of 1/16 inch aluminum, flat 16th inch thick. And as you can see here, I just put some tape in roughly 1 foot apart, and then drew a line on one side or the other. And then once I did that, I just found a rough center point on both the front, the bow seat, and this cross member right here. And this was actually backwards. All right, that looks better. Okay. Taped it down. And then all I did at that point, once it was taped down, went over, got my tape measure, and then everywhere where there was a line, I went from the far side. So I'm on this side of the boat. I go to that side of the bar, right where the line is, so that I can keep tension on the tape. Come over, try to keep it as perpendicular as possible, and then measured out, and this one was roughly 20.5, which where it's sitting now, it would be 20.5, but when I measured, when I had this here earlier, it was 21. Do the next point, all the way back, and then measured from where the front is, or the bow point is, to here, added 1/2 inch, because I needed to compensate for the carpet that will be folded over on the front part of the deck, and then the board that I will be putting here going down. So that ended up being 88.5 inches. Marked that on my tape, and then marked how wide the bow section was. And then it was just simply taking this off, taking it over to my plywood, putting it up, putting it on one edge, roughly centered, tape it down, try to find a center point on both the front and the rear, reapply the tape, and then it was just a simple measure over. This was 22.5, come over to 22.5, make a mark. Oh, this one's 23, make a mark. And then once I had all my marks on both sides of this bar, because the other thing I didn't mention was after I got done on that side, I would then come to this side again, putting the tape measure on that side of that, measure across at each mark and make a note. That way I would have them here, transfer it over. Like I said, measure, make my mark, go to that side, make a mark. After I've got all my marks, then all I had to do is just take a piece of straight aluminum that was spare, make them go from mark to mark, make a line. Mark to mark, make a line. Once I had all my shape out, and I had my distance, and obviously the front, I wouldn't have to worry about either this side or that side. I left the stern portion of the deck to be the factory cut edge, and measured from here 88.5 inches up in a couple spots, made my mark, and then at that point, just a simple jigsaw, follow the line. Once I got done with that, then it was just test fitting. So let's go ahead and put this on here real quick. And as you can see, fits pretty well. There's a little bit of a bow in it from the way it was sitting earlier. But that will be taken out once I screw this down, obviously. So as you can see, you know, it's plenty sturdy. And if I climb in there, as you can see, it's plenty sturdy. So I'm comfortable with my framing. I'm comfortable with the way this front deck has turned out. So I just need to now, the only other thing I did was once I got it where I wanted it, made sure I'm not rubbing or pressing out at any point, and I've got a little bit of compensation for everything on the bow portion here. I then just scored a line underneath with a marker, which maybe you can see right here. So once I have this back onto the sawhorses and I take this framing out, I can put it on top of this, and I will know where that framing needs to be as far as this end, and then it'll go forward, and then I can trace everything out. So yeah, let me get this back over onto the sawhorses, and then we'll get the camera over there, and yeah, we'll see how it goes. And one other thing I wanted to mention, I am using 3/4 inch plywood. I know a lot of people use 1/2 inch, but again, this all goes to Tina's comfort level and her safety. Would I be comfortable with 1/2 inch up here? For the bulk of the deck, yes. These outer spots, maybe not so much. Once I get this extra piece put on here, I don't think it would be as big of an issue, but my hatches, I'd be a little cautious about. And if I'm out there fishing, I don't want to be worried about where I'm stepping. I just want to worry about fishing. So I want to worry about having fun, not stepping through. So for that reason, yes, it's a little heavier, but it will offer a heck of a lot more strength and security when we're up here doing our thing. So let me finish this up. And like I said, just 2 little CK lamps. You can see the size of it here. Relatively small, don't need anything big. I had them laying around. They came in real handy. So let me get this over there. if I did it right. And that will work. That will work very well. So this is my battery hatch, and this is my storage hatch. So now all I need to do is find my marker. And that is just a simple mark that one out. Now, you're probably sitting there, oh, that's all fine and dandy. I just marked the inside. Yes, I'm going to have to compensate for the rails, but I will show you how I'm going to do that here in a second. So let me get this flipped back over. And looky there. Just like I planned it. That makes me happy. Okay, so now there's a couple things I can do. I can take a piece of this 1.5 inch, 1/16 inch thick, and I can mark a line, right? That would give me, should give me to the outside edge of this. And then same here. This one I'm going to be bringing straight out. And then but I'm going to have to compensate for the carpet, which will be roughly an 1/8 of an inch to 1/4 of an inch. So since this is 1.5, do not have 1 inch. Yes, I do. I have 1 inch. So I've got some 1 inch angle that I thought I might use. So if I put this on here, and let me look at, so what I can do, I need 1/8 of an inch on each side. That's 1/4 inch total. I can make a mark on one side here, and this side will have to be a little bit less. But when I cut it, I can make one cut over here where I need to be for the outside, and then make 2 cuts over here and remove that material there, and then this would just shift 1/8 of an inch. That would work. That would work. And then I can do the same up there. 1/8 of a, one side there, one side over there. Yeah, that'll work. So let me make some marks, and let's get to some cutting. First one's marked out. So I'm just going to measure that just to make sure. I only need to take 1/4 inch. And that's going to be a 1/2 inch. So that's the absolute most I need to go. So I need to about half split it. So that's not too bad. Okay, yeah, that'll work. So let me get these out of the way. Now I just need to drill a couple holes. And okay, that one's going to be the tricky one. So I don't want to cut. Okay, I'll figure it out. Let me cut this one first. Okay, if I did this right, that should fit. Let me, that is going over the battery. That will work. That will work. Excellent. Let me get the front one done. All right. Hopefully, we are good to go. Let me double check the fitting on this one. Oh yeah, that'll be nice and sturdy. That'll be great. Excellent, excellent. So now, that is awesome. Got my battery hatch, so let me grab that. So that will go in like this. All right, so now if I climb up on here, am I going to fall through? I'm standing on the battery hatch. That's good. This is where the front seat will be. That's good. Then the front hatch. Oh yeah. So we can be out here casting, doing our thing. Swing. Yep, we're good. Now we got this up here. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's good. That's good. All right, that's going to do it for this video. Just wanted to throw that together real quick. Tomorrow I fully plan on getting this back onto the sawhorses. It's supposed to rain tonight, so I want to keep this off the ground as much as possible. I mean, we are in a garage, but I do have some seepage along the back side. I think I mentioned that in a previous video. And, you know, water can't seep. Got a little bit over here from earlier. So, yeah, I'm just going to leave this up here for tonight. Tomorrow, I'm going to put this back over there, and I'm going to start urethaning it. You know, seal this thing. We're test fitted. That's great. So I can take this off, urethane it. You know, that's a 2-day process just for this one alone. I'm going to be using spar urethane. Yep, I got it right up here. So I'll be using spar urethane on this. I might need to go get some more, actually. Yeah, might need some more. But I'll get at least one side done tomorrow. If I need more, I'll go get more. And then hopefully the next day while I'm working, because I am working from home right now, you know, I can flip it over. Now I'll give it one full day. So tomorrow's Sunday. If I can get Sunday good, give it all of Monday to dry, flip it over. Tuesday, while I'm working from home, I'll come out every 4 hours, put a coat on, assuming I have enough, get the other side done along as well as all the edges, and then I can set this aside. I'll probably take this into the back shed so that it's out of my way in here. And then while this is drying tomorrow, I'll go and I'll secure the frame, this front frame to the ribs and the bench, and get that all nice and buttoned up and tightened down. I'll go ahead and get my flotation, my insulation in there. What I was doing for that was simply taking what did I do with it? Yeah. So like this 16th inch, just a couple strips across it just to hold it down for now. If I ever decide to do something different in the future, I can. But that should hold it down good enough for now, and we'll be good. So with that, I'm going to say thanks everybody for watching. Stay tuned to the rest of the channel if you're interested in astroimaging or photography or any of that other stuff I do on the channel. You know, by all means, check out those videos. If not, and you're just here for my John boat conversion, then not sure when the next video will be up, but it'll be up sometime soon. So, till then, catch you later. Thank you for watching yet another video from the Astroimaging Junior channel. Really appreciate your viewership. In our upper right, we have the latest video we've uploaded, In our lower right, we have what YouTube might think you would enjoy. And in the lower left is our subscription button. Please like this video, subscribe if you so choose. As always, clear skies, have a good one.